What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Kansas State versus TCU college football matchup going down Saturday, October 11th, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do it. We got week 7 college football and a full 16-game NHL card taking center stage. We've got week 6 NFL on Sunday, as well as MLB playoffs. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. But let's get to this one between Kansas State and TCU. I'm sure you guys can hear it in my voice. Still very under the weather, but I want to make sure that we got these football plays out for you guys, these free plays. So bear with me. Please bear with my voice. But we got Kansas State coming in 2-4 straight up and against the number after ending up with a 35-34 loss to Baylor in their last game on the road. Meanwhile, TCU off a 35-21 win over Colorado at home in their last matchup. Now, it's worth noting for TCU that their last road game against Arizona State ended up being a loss, 27-24. But, it was a game that was nip and tuck the entire way. It was back and forth. And, Arizona State ended up pulling out 2 late scores in the final 2 minutes of that game to have, leave TCU upset. And TCU was going to be much better on the ground than they were in that game. They had no semblance of a ground game in that one, as you had non-sack rushing yards, only 50 from Trent Battle and Jeremy Payne. So I think TCU is going to be a lot better on the ground in this game than they were against Arizona State on the road. They were able to take care of business against Colorado. They ended up, it was a close game as well, and it was closer than that final score would have indicated. They had that late touchdown to break Colorado back or hearts, but now you go against a Kansas State defense that's average at best. I mean, they're just inside the top 60 in the FBS in pass defense, 107th in rushing defense, 80th in total defense. There's a lot to be desired with this Kansas State defense, and they're also 106th in yards per completion allowed, 69th in yards per attempt allowed. TCU 12th in FBS in pass offense, top 25 in yards per completion, yards per attempt. I like this TCU offense a lot. Kansas State, they can move the ball offensively as well, and you can attack this TCU secondary. TCU 108th in passing yards allowed per game, 94th in yards per completion allowed, 108th in yards per attempt. But I still think this Kansas State team is broken. I gotta wonder where this team's head is at. I mean, they've taken some heartbreaking losses. They lost at home to Army and a head scratch and lost in Ireland. You could easily argue that with a couple of the results flipping, this could be a team that maybe is 1-5, or even, I mean, if they didn't catch UCF, they could be 0-6 right now, depending on how that broken off. Could also be 4-2 if they have a couple different bounces go their way. I mean, they could easily be 5-1 if you flip a couple of their 3-point or less losses. I mean, you flip Baylor, you flip Army, and you flip Iowa State, and they're 5-1. So there's a lot of volatility here, but I still think TCU is the better team. I think, they have a veteran quarterback on the road in Josh Hoover, and I just trust this TCU offense more here. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be an interesting game to see where both teams are at, but I think TCU gets it done on the road here. So I'm going to go TCU on the money line, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.